Hello YouTubers and YouTubettes. My name is Jericho and I want to show you how you can basically prove to anybody that something is very suspicious about the events of 9/11. I'll try to make this video very short, but basically within a couple of minutes you can see that there's something very peculiar about um, the events of 9/11. So let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the Pentagon and the number 77. First of all, how tall is the Pentagon in feet? 77. Okay, so what meridian is Washington, D.C., where the Pentagon is located at? Hmm. 77th meridian west. Okay, let's see what cities are located there. District of Columbia. 38 degrees north, 77 degrees west. So that's another 77. Now, let's look at the supposed flight that hit the Pentagon on 9/11. It was American Airlines Flight 77. So that's three 77s. But what's even more incredible than all of that is this is the 9/11 Commission report. Okay? All you have to do is type in 9/11 Commission report PDF, and it'll take you to a government website. Here, I'll do it for you just to prove it to you. 9/11 Commission report PDF. Okay, there you can see it's a government website. This is the official report. So we're going to go down to page 8 where it starts talking about Flight 77. So let's see here. Okay, here's page 8. The hijacking of American 77. American 77 pushed back from its gates at 8:09 and took off at 8:20. Okay, Flight 77 took off at 8:20. Now, if we scroll down to page 10, at 9:37 in the morning, American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the Pentagon. Folks, that's 77 minutes in the air. The Pentagon is 77 feet tall. It's located on the 77th West Meridian. And Flight 77 hit it 77 minutes in the air. People, our whole world, our whole culture, history, events, it's all being orchestrated by Zionist Jews. I'm not even gonna lie about it. That's who's doing this, Zionist Jews. And I understand this is a lot of information for you to take in, but this, for me, I've found this is the quickest way to get an intelligent person to realize what what's been going on with 9/11. You can talk about everything else about 9/11, and that's very fascinating, but to me, this number 77 in the Pentagon is absolutely fascinating, because if you think this is a coincidence, I'm sorry, you're a fool. That a plane didn't hit the Pentagon, it was a cruise missile. They have hundreds of cameras surrounding it. It took a lawsuit from the victims' families just to get a couple of clips that didn't even really show anything. But if you look at the clips, the object is horizontal with the ground. You cannot fly a jet aircraft that big so low to the ground like that, with all these other buildings and all these other obstructions in the way. And just go look at the pictures. I'm going to keep this video short, but please do this research that I just showed you. I just showed you in real time. And if this doesn't spark your curiosity, you're drinking too much tap water, you're watching too much TV. They basically have you programmed to believe that people like me are crazy when I'm just showing you the facts. Like, this isn't even a conspiracy website, it's a government website. I just use Google to show you the other facts. So you can't deny it. You can't. If you do, you're insane. So, and I'm not here to talk down to anybody, but damn, people, we gotta wake up. This happened in 2001, so we're in 2017 now, and nobody realizes this. So please investigate, and I'll keep uploading more information. Thanks.
Wasn't that beautiful, truth seekers? Nice to see other people sharing the knowledge. This young man's been following me for a while. He let me know he made a video on the subject, and I want to promote it for him. And I hope other people will do the same thing. More of us have to start speaking out, putting our faces out there, letting this very clear information be understood. And the way he just introduced the subject of news by the numbers, or contrived propaganda by the numbers for the sake of agenda, if you will, it's the perfect way to do it. Show the numbers on the surface, then if the person is understanding that, then you can take it to the next level and introduce Gematria. I want to remind you the significance of 77 on September 11th in regards to what he just shared. If you write out September 11th in Gematria, it sums to 77. 77. The big buildings that were hit, the focus of the story, even more so than the Pentagon, was the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center. September 11th, 77, World Trade Center 77. This number is used again and again in riddles. Last year, July 7th, 2016, in Dallas, there was the worst loss of life for a police department since September 11th. Remember the shooting at the Black Lives Matter parade as presented in the media? All part of agenda, just like 9/11. Police officer sums to 77. The date was July 7th. They said it was the worst loss of life for a police department since September 11th. Police department is 77. If you write out 77, it sums to 49. And the reason that's interesting is because the shooting was in Dallas, which has English ordinal gematria of 49. Washington, D.C., Washington also has the gematria of 49. Think about it being on the 77th meridian, as he showed. Secret Society has gematria of 77 in reverse reduction. This nation founded by Freemasons, a secret society. Freemasonry also shares the gematria of 58, like George W. Bush, who was the president at the time of 9/11, a member of Skull and Bones. Excuse me, truth seeker. Anyhow, 77 is the number. It is a number of power. The word power has gematria of 77 as well as 58. 77 is very important in spirituality. The religion Judaism has Gematria of 77. Gematria, mostly a Jewish practice. With regards to September 11th, there's a cipher known as Jewish Gematria. September 11th has a major parallel to this right here. In the Jewish calendar, every year there's a holy day called Tisha B'Av, spelled just like this, Tisha B'Av. And it is to remember the destruction of the two temples, Solomon's temple by the Babylonians, and then the rebuilt temple by the Romans. Tisha B'Av equals 911. The destruction of the two temples, the destruction of the two towers on September 11th, even our own government, our own media put out the information that men were arrested from Israel documenting the attacks, said that they were paid for to be there to document, meaning they had foreknowledge. The attackers were from Saudi Arabia. Israel, Saudi Arabia are allies that we give billions of dollars to. The attackers, the people with foreknowledge documenting the attack. What's wrong with this picture? I want to go back to World Trade Center for a second. I want you to notice this gematria of 185. Right after September 11th, the film Monsters, Inc. came out, and the motto for the monsters in that film is, "We scare because we care." And while that might seem arbitrary, notice the 77, notice also the 185. In that film, when the lineup of monsters come walking out to the music, look at the clock in the background. It's early in the film. The hands are very deliberately right on the 9 and the 11. You know, it came out right after 9/11. It's about a movie about scaring people to harness energy. We scare because we care, 185. Just like World Trade Center. Just like Solomon's Temple. And Solomon's Temple is what was destroyed in Tisha B'Av. And I also want you to notice the 58, like Freemasonry, like Secret Society, like George W. Bush, like Annuit Coeptus, like Rosicrucian, like Rose Cross. If you know your Freemasonry history, all those things intertwined. Masonic lodges based on Solomon's Temple. Notice that Solomon's Temple also has Gematria of 68. I just want to get rid of that capital letter. Anyway, Solomon's Temple, Gematria of 68. The World Trade Center construction began in 1968, the same year 911 was made the national emergency dialing code, the same year George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. 1968 is 33 years before 2001. Bush's birthday is July 6th, 1946. His 55th birthday came 68 days before September 11th. A span of 68 days from July 6th to September 11th. Graduated from Skull and Bones in 68. Think about it. 911 in 68. World Trade Center construction. Space Odyssey 2001, the movie came out about technology overtaking man. George W. Bush was a bonesman, a member of Skull and Bones. Gematria of 33. Just like False Flag. Real quick, I want to show you how 911 connects to False Flag. Notice in Jewish Gematria, False Flag is 156. If you write out 33, it also sums to 156. False Flag is 33. Check this out. Here's the connection. 911 is the 156th prime number. The 156th prime number, 911, False Flag 156, 33, 33 when written out, 156. Think about the film Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey has Gematria of 156 as well. A movie about technology overtaking man. The name of the construction firm that built the World Trade Centers, Magnuson Klemenkic Associates, equals 156, plus a whole lot more. So many things are coded in that name, it's mind-blowing. Got an older video on that. This reverse ordinal of 168 is interesting because New York City is also 168. If you take away the city part, New York's 111, and September 11th is the day that leaves 111 days left in the year. New York also has the 33 connection. So just want to put on some extra layers. And I mean, really, if you're going to introduce it to somebody, just stick to the 77s at first, And then in time, as they absorb that, you can show more. But here's a few other things to know about 77. United States in reverse reduction 77. The American meridians, the 77th meridian. Secret society again 77. Like Rosicrucian. And the Rosicrucians responsible for modern day Freemasonry as it is. Again, that stands for Rose Cross, which has the Gematria of 58 as well. There's always more, but you know, just his presentation and then just show the September 11th, the World Trade Center. You can show them United States in reverse. Secret Society, people know about Freemasonry in 33, you know. Just that little nugget right there. I mean, you can do that in 5 minutes if you say it quick enough to people, or even less than that. And just like he said in the video, anyone who's intelligent is going to realize that is not a coincidence. So that's all for now, Truth Seeker. Thank you to this young man. I'm going to link his channel in the description. I hope a bunch of people sub to him so he gets motivated to make more videos, you know. All right, until next time.